welcome back to my channel. This video is gonna be a shop my stash for the next 2 weeks. Maybe I'll try to start doing these weekly. I kind of have a plan for today. I'm gonna take stuff out that I used and that I really enjoyed. I'm gonna keep some stuff in here, and then when we shop my stash, I'm not gonna shop my stash for any new items. I'm just gonna use items that have been in my collection that I haven't used in a while, kind of thing. This way I'll still have exciting new makeup. I'm not buying as much. I did buy some stuff, but you know, so that way the next time we film, it'll be new items, you know, that kind of thing. Plus, I have a lot in my collection that I just have not used in a long time. Be nice to pull some of that stuff in. The one thing I know for sure are the lip products. These are gonna stay excuse me, for the whole month of January, so we'll talk about these at the end. They're all in here, like the January lips are all in here, so we'll talk about them at the end. I'll show you swatches in case you didn't watch last or my January roulette or the last video. But these two I am gonna pull out. I did use both of these and I just want to make some space. I want to pull them out. I'm gonna keep only these two in here that I just haven't used yet. This is the Pat McGrath what is it called, Flesh Fatale, like the Blitz Trans lipstick. I did use this. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out, and I'm also gonna pull out the Slime Crime plushies, is it called Blaze, Lip Blaze, and this is in the shade Clover. I really enjoyed this guy as well. It was so comfortable on the lips. I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna pull these two out. The other lip products are gonna stay in here, and then I'll do swatches at the end of the lip products for January. Now let's go ahead and start pulling things out. This guy's on a project. I still haven't met my goal on it, so I'm gonna keep it. I just moved it out of the way. Milani Prep Set and Glow. I love that thing. I'm gonna move it out. Flower Beauty The Light Illusion. Actually, I did not give this guy a chance yet, so I'm gonna keep it in here. And then the Huda Beauty. I have enjoyed it, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep it in here for one more go. We'll probably, I don't know if we'll pull in any other powder. We'll probably just pull in like a finishing powder. Too Faced Hangover RX. I'm gonna keep it in here. It's really close to being done. Becca the First Light priming filter. I was really surprised when I used this guy. It was kind of, for some reason I thought it was gonna be like a thick product, but actually it was kind of like, it blended on the skin really nicely. It was lightweight. I liked it. Whether or not I noticed a difference, I'm not sure, but it was really nice. Tarte Double Duty Beauty. I will go ahead and pull this guy out. I do want to pull an older, not concealer, primer from my collection to play with. The Smack bronzer is in a project. I'm just gonna move it out of the way. I did use the Milani Baked Bronzer. I did really like this guy. Enjoyed it. It's definitely a little warm tone, but it's really pretty and it's definitely glowy. Too Faced Bronze and Poreless. I really enjoyed this guy as well. I can go heavy-handed with it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. There are other bronzers. Was there another bronzer? Maybe. Bronzer palette. Mary Lou. I remembered why this guy is just so hyped up, and why is it such a good highlighter. It's blinding. A little bit goes a very long way. I am gonna go ahead and pull it out. I'm also gonna pull out both of these highlighters because I did use both of them. One is by Color Drain in the shade is Selfie, and one is by Sugar. Wait, is this the one that I used? Maybe I did not use this guy. No, I did not use this one, so I'm gonna keep it in here. This is the shade Champagne Champion, so I'm gonna keep it in here. Okay, for blushes and whatnot, highlighters and all that other stuff, those two are in a project. I'm just gonna move them out. I put project things in here so I remember to use them, basically. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out this Tarte Trio. It was really beautiful. I did definitely enjoy it. I really like this blush. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy. I was probably gonna have to go in like my face palette drawer. Physicians Formula. This guy I did not use, so I'm gonna keep it in here. This is what is it called? The Happy Booster, and this is the shade Warm. The Milani one in Petal Primavera. I did use this guy. It really is beautiful, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. and I'm pulling out both of these NARS. One is like the illuminated loose illuminator, and one is the orgasm blush. I really enjoyed both of them. I actually used them both on the same day. It was really pretty. Okay, let's talk about the other. This guy is also, I'm trying to use it 14 times, so it's kind of on a project. I put it in here again so I would remember to use it. The other palettes in here were like the face palettes. This guy is the Ipsy Petty Poop collection, and I did not use it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it out though, because do I want to take it out? Yeah, I'm gonna take it out because there's another face palette that's on my mind that I really want to play with. And the same with this guy, but this I'm gonna keep in here. This is the Bronze Booster by Physicians Formula, like the highlight, contour, and bronzer. I'm gonna keep this one in here. For brow mascaras, all that stuff, it's all staying in here, nothing's changing. For single shadows, I am gonna go ahead and take the Ciate London out. It was really beautiful. I enjoyed it. I think I used it like 3 times. I really like the looks I created with it. This Bare Minerals single shadow, again, I did not use, so I'm gonna keep it in here. Okay, I did shop. I told you I did buy some new stuff. I picked up the new Milani Screen Queen, the Natural Finish Foundation, and I picked up the shade Warm Vanilla and the Milani Prime Perfection Face Primer. I did try the foundation one time. I do want to use it again. I did not try this primer at all, but I am going to go ahead and take it out. I'm going to put it back in my new makeup drawer because I do want to use an older primer from my collection. I'm gonna keep the foundation in here. The Urban Decay All Nighter, there's really not much in here. I have been trying to focus on my primers that are not primers, setting sprays that are in my my like projects. So I haven't, you know, I've been concentrating on other stuff. I haven't played with this guy so much. And the Makeup Forever foundation, I didn't use it at all. I'm gonna take it out. I did have the other thing that I did have in here was the CoverGirl like BB cream, and I have been using this a lot. I have been enjoying it on days that I don't wear makeup. I haven't been wearing makeup every day, so this kind of is going to stay, but I'm gonna have it on my table so I remember that that's close to being done. I need to use it up. I did use this Catrice Camouflage concealer. It's one of, I do like it, but I'm gonna take it out. The Revolution Conceal and Hydrate, this guy I did not use, so I am gonna keep it in here. Those two are in a project: Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lip Liner and Pat McGrath eyeliner. They're both in a project, so they're both gonna stay. I am gonna go ahead and pull out my Gemini palette. This was so beautiful. I really enjoyed this palette. I love the colors in here. The other two eyeshadow palettes, I have the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy. I did use this guy a couple times, and I did go ahead and put it in a project like a Roses Are Red project. So I wanted to use it 14 times. I haven't met my goal yet, but I'm going to go ahead and move it out, and we're going to pull another eyeshadow in. It's just going to be kind of like this Pat McGrath one. They're just going to stay kind of in the rotation until that project ends on February 14th. And then the last eyeshadow palette that was in here is also by Pat McGrath, and I did not use this guy at all. I don't know what's going on with me. I've been barely wearing any makeup, and I just, yeah, I haven't used it, so it's gonna stay. Now, let's go ahead and shop my stash for new makeup to use in the next 2 weeks. Again, we're not pulling anything from the new drawer. We're gonna only pull from older makeup that I do have. Some of it is I haven't used yet. Anyways, so let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. We'll do eyeshadow palettes first. Let's see. For eyeshadow palettes, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull in this BH1 Glam Reflections, the Smoke eyeshadow palette. I remember really liking this one when I used it. It was a long time ago. I remember really enjoying it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one in. Another eyeshadow palette that I haven't used in quite some time. Let's see. I don't know if I want to pull something that big. How about we do a Lime Crime one? This is a little big too, though. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the Urban Decay Heat. I haven't used this one in a long time, and I remember really liking it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one in. So that'll be it. 2 eyeshadow palettes. I have one left from last week, so that should be good. Let's move on to foundation. Okay, for foundation, I think I will go ahead. I do have that new one by Milani, and let's do one more. So I think I'm gonna pull for this one, the Flower Beauty Light Illusion. I'm not sure if this guy is gonna match me. It seems it's warm beige L4. Maybe it's a little bit light. We'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one in. And then for concealers, let's see, what have we not played with in quite some time? I think I will go ahead and pull in, how about we pull in one of these, the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealers, the full coverage concealers. This is the one that I have open. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one in. This is the shade Light Neutral. For powders, I did keep the 2 powders, the one by Flower Beauty because I haven't tried it yet, and I also kept the one by Huda Beauty. I just want to play with it a little bit more. So the only powder that I need to pull in is a finishing powder, and I have 2 that I always go back to. This one being one of them, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one in. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this one in back in. It's one of my favorite finishing powders. I do really enjoy it. So the other one that's really good is this Laura Mercier, the glow one, the translucent glow. Let's do the Laura Mercier Translucent Glow because I do reach for that quite often. I'm gonna do the Laura Mercier instead, and I think that should be it for powder. This way I'll have 3 powders. I have a couple in a project, so I don't want to pull too many. I'm gonna go ahead and skip single shadows this time, so let's go ahead and pull in a face palette. Okay, for face palettes, the one that I really want to pull in, and that's because I watched Mariella, my friend Mariella here on YouTube, Makeup with Mariella, and then she pulled this guy and I was like, this guy was really nice, but I also remember it being just perfect for this time of the year when I'm really light. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it in. She kind of reminded me that I do have it in my collection. I actually really like it. So I'm gonna do this one. For bronzers, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull in, let's pull in one of these. I don't remember what I thought about either of them, and I know I've used this guy. Have I used this one? Ooh, I like this bronzer too. Let's pull in, what's this one? Okay, and then check this guy. Ooh, so creamy. I'm gonna go ahead with the e.l.f. I'm gonna pull in the e.l.f. one. Actually, I'm gonna pull in the Rimmel because I have a feeling that this is too red. This is on the shade 21 Sunlight. Natural bronzer, the Rimmel natural bronzer. And then I'm gonna pull in the e.l.f. I think those are the primer infused, and this is the shade Forever Sunkissed. 2 bronzers. I still have that Physicians Formula palette, so that should be good. I'm gonna do these 2. Okay, for blush, I'm gonna go ahead and pull in, I'm gonna pull in this guy, I think. Oh, I can't get it out. this guy. This is a like a make your own MAC palette. Shoot, how am I gonna pull these out? I think one is Margin and one is good God, how am I gonna take these out? I don't even remember what they are. What a hassle. Okay, here, I need to write the shades. Okay, this is Margin. And this is, it is Spring Sheen, I guess. Okay. I kind of knew one of them was Margin. I think I want to pull this in. This blush, like, those blushes in, I think. But the other one that I was thinking about pulling is one of these by Wet n Wild, because I think I'm ready to declutter them. I know one of them I really like, which is, I think it was Apricot in the Middle. I like the Apricot in the Middle, but I don't know what I think. I don't remember what I thought about Pearlescent Pink or Rosé Champagne. Those are kind of like on my not so sure list. So maybe I pull one of those in instead. And I also really wanted to play with this like powder in here. Becca palette, Becca, it's Chloe, Becca, Chloe, yeah, this is the Chloe one, right? Yes, the Chloe one. So it does have kind of like a warm tone blush. Maybe I'll just go ahead and pick this cool, like those two. I'll do a Pearlescent Pink and Rosé Champagne. I'll see how I think about them. This will just have to wait for another round. Sometime soon, hopefully. Okay, and now for highlighters, there's so many that I have not used in quite some time. That's definitely like the case. One of them that I could think of is maybe this Essence Nude. I haven't used any of these. I don't think I've used these guys in quite some time either. I'm gonna go ahead and pull one of those. This is the Milani. This is the shade Strobe Light. I'm gonna pull one of these in. And I think I will also pull in this guy. This is by The Body Shop, and those are Shimmer Waves. I think this is the shade Peach. I'm gonna do this one because honestly, I don't remember what I thought. Ooh. I was gonna say I don't remember what I thought of it, but that is definitely pretty. So I could do these two. Yeah, I think that's it, because I do have highlighters in that Becca Malika palette. So these two should be enough for me for right now. So let's go ahead and bring these two in. Okay, for setting sprays, we'll go ahead and pull in, I think I'm gonna try this guy again, the Revolution Sport Fix Extra Hold Makeup Fixing Spray. I haven't used this one in a really long time. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this in, and then we have that little tiny one by Urban Decay, so that should be okay, and I have plenty in project pans. Let's do primers. For primers, I think I want to pull in, I need to give this guy a little bit more love, and yeah, I think it needs it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. It was just too expensive for me not to use it, or not use it enough times. I do have a nice dip in here, but not enough for how much this thing costs. So I'm gonna pull this in, and I think that will be it actually. I don't want to pull anything else in. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm good with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back in the drawer, and then let's come back together, and then I'll show you how everything looks, and we'll do swatches. Okay, so I went ahead and put everything in here. Let's go ahead and go through it real quick. For powders, I do have the Huda Pound Cake powder in here. I do have the Flower Beauty powder, and this is the Light Illusion powder, and this is in the shade Nude L2 to 3. Hopefully it'll be good with the foundation. And I do have the Laura Mercier Translucent Glow powder. I'm gonna try to use this as a finishing powder. it's a lot of product for it to be a finishing powder, but I'm gonna work on that. For primers, I do have the Tatcha The Silk Canvas Primer. Again, I do have a really nice dip in here, but I really need to get some more use out of this guy, get some my money's worth basically. And this guy is almost empty, so I'm gonna keep it in here until it's gone. For bronzers, I know I swatched them real quick when I was shopping my stash for them, but let's go ahead and do that again. This is the e.l.f. I believe this is the primer infused bronzer. It feels really nice, and this is in the shade Forever Sunkissed. And then the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in the shade 21 Sunlight. So definitely like a big difference in the way that they feel. This guy feels so nice. This kind feels a little chunky, so we'll see how it's gonna work on the face. We'll see how it's gonna go, right? The other bronzers are in the Physicians Formula little palette. We'll go ahead and swatch this guy real quick as well. A bronzer, a contour, and a highlight. I know I swatched it last time, but wow, that's really a cool tone contour. Here's the bronzer, and then here's the highlight. Wow, that's really, looks kind of like gray, like, well, I know it's supposed to be gray for contour, but it looks kind of lavenderish. Is that even a word? So there it is. Next, I guess we'll go ahead and do let's do blushes. For blushes, I do have the two by Wet n Wild. This is Pearlescent Pink. This is some really old packaging, but it's okay. And then Rosé Champagne. And then here's the one by Physicians Formula. This is in the shade Warm, and this is the booster, the Happy Booster. So here's Physicians Formula. It's very natural glow. Here's Pearlescent Pink, and then here's Rosé Champagne. I think I really like the Rosé Champagne. I don't know if the Pearlescent Pink is gonna stay in the collection or not. We'll see after those next 2 weeks, or maybe in a week. I'm kind of trying. That's why I didn't shop my stash for too many items, because I'm trying to start doing this on like weekly basis. And then I do have the Milani strobe light. This is like the Sun Glow. This is it Sun Glow? Is the brand, like the line strobe light in the shade is Sun Glow? Maybe that's what it is, huh? Here is that. It's really pretty. I used, I don't know if, I don't hear many people talk about these anymore. And then the Body Shop, I guess I'll just swirl my hand through them all. This is the shade Peach. You could concentrate your brush in wherever you want technically, but I swirl my hand through it all. And then Sugar, the brand Sugar, and this is Champagne, Champagne Champion. Cool, I have a really nice rounded selection of highlighters. This guy might be a little bit too dark actually, the Milani in Sunlight, but we'll see how it's gonna look on the skin. Sometimes the brush just doesn't pick up as much, so we'll see how that's gonna look. And then I do have the palette, the Becca Chloe Malika, and this is the Chloe palette, the lighter one of the two that came out. And like I said, my friend Mariella used it in her last, or one of her last Shop My Stash videos, and I remembered that I have it and that I really like it, and now would be the perfect time to pull it because I'm really light. So the bronzer, the blush, and technically like blush topper and a highlight. Let me go ahead and swatch these real quick. Here's the bronzer, here's the blush, blush topper, and the highlight. Really pretty. Definitely perfect for me for right now, this time of the year. It's not gonna suit me much when I start getting a little bit tanner. So I'm excited to be playing with that. I remember that I really loved it when I picked it up a while ago. It was kind of like one of those things that I really wanted. I really knew that I was gonna get it, and then I got it, and then I didn't choose it enough. So kind of like the story of my life with my makeup. Again, nothing changed with brows. I still have this guy. I shopped my stash for it last time. This is the Benefit Gimme Brow, and this is in the shade 4.5. I did pull in, actually I did not use this Lancome mascara. I gotta remember to use it, the like mascara primer. I did pull in this Benefit Precisely My Brow. I don't remember if I pulled this guy in on camera or not, and I do have this little tiny sample of Anastasia Brow Wiz. That's it. This is all that's in there, so I do want to finish it and just be done with it. Single shadows, we didn't pull anything. We just kept the one. Lipstick, we'll talk about them in a little bit. Revolution Sport, like the extra hold setting spray is in here. First I'm gonna work on this guy, try to finish it, and then I'll start working on this. For concealer, I do have these two, the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. This is in the shade C5. And then I pulled in the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Concealer. I'm probably gonna have to use this guy with the Milani foundation, because this is definitely more fuller coverage. And as I remember, the foundation by like Flower Beauty is not very full coverage. It was kind of like on the light side. This covers quite a bit. I'm excited to use this guy. I've been having pretty bad dark circles. And then here's the other one, the Revolution. I guess this kind of has a lot of coverage, but not as much as this guy. Yeah, they're both really full coverage, aren't they? That's cool. I'm looking forward to playing with both of these. And again, the foundations that I do have in here, this is the Milani foundation. I've been watching some reviews recently on it, and I tried not to watch any reviews because I only tried it one time, and I don't want that to sway my opinion. But a lot of people said that it was kind of like matte and like medium coverage. On me, I felt like it was natural finish. I didn't find it to be matte at all. And I found it kind of like lighter coverage. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe because I didn't build it up. And then the Flower Beauty Light Illusion. This is the shade Warm Beige L4. I don't know if this is going to be a little too light for me right now. I'll probably be bronzing like crazy, but that's that. Again, the Milani one, I picked up the shade Warm Vanilla, shade 240. Now, the only thing remaining is the eyeshadow palettes and lipsticks. For eyeshadow palettes, I pulled in the BH Cosmetics Glam Reflection Smoke palette. Let me just wipe the concealers off my hand real quick, and then we'll do a couple swatches. Let's do this guy. I don't think I've touched it. How about this one? Ooh, this guy. And how about this purpley shade? Purpley. Ooh, that blue is beautiful. Ooh, definitely a really pretty palette. I don't know if BH Cosmetics still sells it or not. I got some of this shade into the black. Then I tried to clean it up with my fingers instead of tapping the palette. Oh well. I'm really looking forward to playing with this palette. I know it's been quite some time since I played with it, so I'm looking forward to playing with this. The other palette that I pulled in is the Urban Decay Heat. I accidentally did damage my palette a while ago, looks like I hit pan, but no, I didn't. I remember that I really actually enjoyed it when I picked it up. I know a lot of people said that you just get the same sort of look, but for me, that is absolutely okay. I mean, if I'm going for... What happened here? If I'm going for a warm tone palette, I mean, it's fine with me. I like having the variation of shades to create like a nice warm tone look. Which one did I try? I tried this guy. Here we go. It's kind of a little patchy, no? I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the two shades again. I think this is it. I think I used this guy and this guy. There we go. I'm really looking forward to playing with this. And then the last eyeshadow palette that I pulled in, or I had from last week, is the Pat McGrath Metamorphosis palette. And I know I swatched a couple shades last time, but let's do... I don't want to... Oh my gosh, every time I touch this shade, I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. Maybe I swatched it all last time. I really need to just play with it. I don't know why I haven't done so yet. So there it is. And last but not least is lipsticks. Alrighty, you guys, I went ahead and swatched the lip products, so let's go ahead and talk about them real quick. I'll tell you which is which. The first one here is by Wet n Wild, and this is the shade Wine Room. I haven't used it yet, but I'm really looking forward to playing with that shade. The next one right next to it is Lancome. This is, shoot, I always forget what the shade is. I don't know, shade 168. I'm not 100% sure what the shade name is. The one right next to it is by Lime Crime. This is the Lip Blaze in the shade Jade. It's a little bit light, so I don't know how this guy gonna look on my lips. I might have to wear it on top of one of the deeper shades. Right next to that is by Melt Cosmetics, and this is the shade Old Rose. It actually is kind of growing on me, so I want to keep playing with that guy. This one I have been using a lot because I don't have a whole lot left in the product. I know I'm not going to be able to pan it this month, but I have been using it a lot. And this is the Tarte Blushing Bride. This is the Lip Surgeons lip crayon thing. They feel really nice on the lips. The shade, like the color, stays on for quite some time. Right next to that is NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the shade, where is the shade? Sugar Cookie. It's not my absolute favorite. It's okay for now. I still am deciding whether or not this is gonna stay in my collection or gonna be decluttered after January. Right here on top the left is by Too Faced, and this is like their peach lipsticks, and this is the shade Gingerbread Man. It's absolutely stunning. I can't wait to wear this color with the Urban Decay Heat palette. Right next to it is kind of a lip like lip and cheek tint. This is by the brand Alouette, and this is the shade Blooming Berry. Okay, moving right along, the shade right next to that Alouette Berry tint is by Bite Beauty, and this is the shade Maple. It's actually really pretty. I haven't used it yet, so I'm looking forward to playing with that. Two of my favorite lipsticks. I just love those things. I love the formula. I love the shades. This is by NARS, and these are the Velvet Lip Glide. This is the shade Vault, and the one right next to it is the shade Spike. They're both the same line of lip products from NARS. This one here is the Beauty Creations Longwear Matte Lip Gloss, and the shade is Sweetheart. Definitely not a lip gloss. You can see it's already drying and it's completely like matte. For lip liners or lip crayon, the first one here is by Buxom, and this is the shade Danger Dolly. Right next to it is e.l.f. Nabila Noor, the collab that they did. I don't know. I don't think this has a name. And then the last one over here is by NYX, and this is the retractable lip liner, and the shade is Nude Pink. There you have it. This is it. This is my drawer. I'm working really hard on not pulling too many things in so I can start filming these videos for you more often. I don't want them to be an hour long, that I can only do it every other week. Hopefully if I can cut it down to half that time, that would be wonderful, and then I'll have these videos again filmed more often, give me a chance to rotate through my collection more often, and then you guys get to enjoy them. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you on my next one. Thank you so much. Bye.